and every one of us as leaders to step up and be what we can for the community. After that death, this city got split in half. A lot of more murders followed. A lot of more shootings followed. And a lot of more people stepped up to the plate. A lot of community workers stepped up to the plate. A lot of organizations was formed, and things that became like now tradition in this city came because the community responded to acts of violence, to acts of poverty, to where we can go and give kids jobs, help out their families, help out the community any way we can to provide some resources so that our youth don't have to go out and feel like they have to go sell something to make a little money to help mom and dad, have to go steal something so that they can have a little something for themselves. Those are the things that we're trying to alleviate with programs like such, whatever. So the main thing of my program, like I mentioned on day one, was to really give athletes who don't necessarily have the traditional 4 or 5 stars, who don't come from the big schools or the big programs where they usually get all the looks and have all the coaches walking through the hallway, but they're still grinding, they're still putting in the work, they're still great students in the classroom, they're still out in community serving. That stuff goes overlooked way too often. It goes overlooked way too often. And I mean, when I was running my program, it seemed like everybody got attention that, and not saying they didn't need it, but we were giving all our attention and time and energy to the kids who just wanted to go run wild. And there's kids who screaming for help, asking for somebody to come and give them a handout that are getting overlooked. Then there's the kids who got it, or we think they got it, right? Because we think somebody comes from a certain situation that they cool. We don't know people's home lives. We don't know what people been through. We don't know people's traumas. And so what we do is we kind of just judge people by their situation. But when you get to know people, you're gonna realize, man, all of us come from some shit. We all come from some shit. We all come from what I like to call humble beginnings. I mean, if you live in America in this time, you done seen some shit. And we're just gonna call it that. I'm not gonna get into necessarily what, but each and every one of us have experienced something in our life where we needed help, or where we've had to help. And so the point I would like to make to you all is to continue to help. Continue to go out and be a light in the life of others. Continue to go out, and when you see somebody struggling, lift them up. We don't give enough praise. Just as much as we need it, that's how much as we gotta go give it. Positive affirmations, positive reaffirmations, affirming who people are as a being in their spirits is a step that we all as a humanity have to take and move forward so that we as a society can rise together. We can't continue to live in silos and try and do it one-on-one. Oh, it's that community's issue. No, it's all our issue. If they hungry, we hungry. So if I got a little something to give, let me go feed somebody. If I need to eat, let me ask for help. There's places and there's things, there's resources out here and available, and we don't have to hide behind our pride. We don't have to hide behind our situations, because if we're honest with ourselves, we know everybody's going through something. Everybody's going to need some help. So as a transition, I want to recognize a young man who I've watched since 8th grade. Since 8th grade, I've watched him grow in leadership, grow in community, grow as an athlete, grow as a young man. It's been a joy to watch, because it's really easy to make the wrong decisions. It's easy to say, I don't want to go to practice today. I'm tired, my legs hurt. My friends want to go down to the water. My girlfriend want to go rock Redondo. It's easy to go out and make an excuse on why we shouldn't do something. It's hard to go and keep making that excuse for you to show up. It's hard to keep saying like, man, I know my legs is hurt, but I have this goal in mind that I'm trying to hit. So I need to go show up anyway. I've watched this young man put himself in uncomfortable positions so that he can become better, so that he can become the best athlete he can. I done seen him jog to practice, jog home from practice, stay on the field before kids, after kids, always on my line. Cook, can I get some work? Man, sometimes you need to just chill. Like sometimes you need to just chill, bro. Like, yeah, take your time, man. Let your body recover. He's like, no, I'm trying to be the best. I want to be the best. Gotta go win state. Whatever. And so I just want to give you your flowers, Sekou, because it's really, in these times as a young man, it's really hard to be a leader, the right type of leader. It's really hard to walk in a light to where people want to follow you, because you do all the right things, So I want to take this opportunity to recognize you for the More Than Athletes Scholarship 2024 recipient. A little bit about this scholarship, I've been giving it out the last 3 years to just student athletes who may have had different circumstances and may need a little extra. I don't necessarily this is just one of those things like Mr. Jake said earlier, somebody's always watching. This scholarship is a I'm always watching type of award that I see you doing little things in community. I see who you are as a person. Let me rally up some troops and let's present a blessing. Let's give an offer, And so before I call you up here, I like to perform one of my poems for my organization. And it's kind of funny because usually I be wearing my coach hat in front of y'all, so I don't wear like my public speaker or my poetry hat. But I'm gonna be vulnerable with you guys in honor of you, Sekou. Sorry, I got a little fun, man. The jerk chicken was bomb. So here we go. The mission, that's simple. It's to help our children restore their temples. Teach them before them changed, they built up temples and made music that was sentimental. Free the thinkers, because they enslaving minds every day. Causing confusion, our community is in disarray. Our ancestors fought and died, oh yeah, they paved the way. That's why we have to fight to bring some unity. We hood healing, we no longer project our pain away. Pull out them crystals, burn some sage, meditate. In these times, my people, please protect your energy. Stay patient, find above the negativity. They shoot us down, but humble souls will still fly. Now I overstand why my mother's hands are still tied. Pray for our elders, because it's our turn to fight this fight. It's time to raise strong children and teach them what the man said was wrong was actually right. I told you before it takes discipline and sacrifice, but if we move together, it can happen overnight. So unite and be like the sun and just shine. Be that light that ignites the spark in dark times. So God bless your soul in the places it goes, because only she knows that you'll be just fine. And you'll know by how your light glows that wherever you are, we are restoring minds. Say, can we come up here? With a little bit of merchandise, there's a couple of books in here I know you like to read. And I'm going to tell you guys one of my favorite moments about Sekou is, I coached him when he was a featherweight type, just a young little man. And everybody's on the field playing after practice. Everybody. Running around, laughing. That's what kids do, so ain't no problem, Just throwing a ball, playing tag, whatever. He's up on the hill reading a book. Like, Sekou, what you doing, man? Why you reading? I got homework. I got to get my homework done. And that's the moment that always stood out to me about Sekou. And it embodies who he is. More than that. Thank you, Sekou. All right. Shit, that's it for me. Thank you all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 10 a.m. All right, 10 a.m. We'll wrap this up. There's a barbecue tomorrow, so come hungry. And you're registered, so I'll give you, there's a gift bag that I have for each and every one of y'all. So I'll give you that as soon as you check in tomorrow at the sign-in. So 10 a.m., be here. If you can't make it, let me know. That way I can still arrange to get you your bag and all of that. So good job today. I'll see y'all tomorrow.